can't hear you, but I can see you anyway.
Sarah, I want question. How about the doubt?
Doubt.
Yeah. When we study about everything like Pariyas, we still have the doubt, right? Even we understand all Pariyati.
Yeah. What about now? What is seen now? Is it clear what is seen now, or any doubt about what is seen now? Because this is doubt, even at this moment when not clear what is seen, not clear what is heard. Should I do anything? So doubt is there whenever not uncertainty about what is true, what is real at this very moment. I'll just see if Ajahn is here, and then we can start with your topic. Ajahn, are you here now?
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ everyone
Sawadika. Sawadika, Ajahn.
สวัสดีค่ะอาจารย์
Hello, everyone. So I think we can. I think we can start with Kim Hong's. Yes, Kim Hong's topic. Kim Hong would like to discuss more about doubt, and I was just saying that it has to be known now when there is doubt. Like now, are we sure what is heard, or are we wondering whether the voice is heard or its sound heard? So it's doubt at this moment. Last week we were talking about what visible object is. Is it light? Is it color? Is it just what is seen? Not sure. Doubt. Doubt is there. So it can be understood just when it arises, just when it appears. Is there uncertainty about what doubt is? Is it doubt now about dharmas now? That's doubt. It's not wondering what the weather will be like, doubt about whether it will be sunny tomorrow or whether there will be a typhoon in Hong Kong tomorrow. This is not doubt. It's doubt about what is real, what is true at this very moment. And perhaps Ajahn would like to add more, discuss it more with you and everyone.
is doubt real
Just is real.
so it's a reality isn't it
Yeah.
is it you
No.
so we learn about that reality which is there arising with doubt and doubt no matter when and of what it's there doubt is it chitta or chittasika
Doubt is Chitasika.
does it arise with dosa
No.
lobha
No.
so it arises with moha.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Just arise and falls away. Who doesn't have doubt anymore?
Sauta Panabokul.
So, as long as it's not the moment of Sotapanna yet, there can be moments of doubt to be known as it is, without any moment of naming, trying to find out. But it's there, appearing as it is, as just a reality. No shape, no form, only that. So no matter what is there right now can be known only when there are conditions for its arising to understand the truth. From hearing again and again and again more about what can be known has to be right now. Only that which has reason now can be known. That's all. Listen again, consider again, and unexpectedly, when it's accumulated strong enough, no expectation, when will it arise to doubt about what? But even that can be known. Otherwise, it's still I doubt. but doubt is doubt. So anything which is there has to be known because it's there. When there's no understanding, what is it? Something, no matter what, always something. And that's the meaning of the term atta, something. So now we live in the world of atta, all around, something. But in truth, nothing. It's not there anymore. That's why I learn little by little to understand what is there when it appears. So now it's not time to study the nature of doubt, no doubt yet. But when doubt is there, it's a reality. If it's not known, if not the object of awareness, of understanding, it will not be known until the moment when it's there, understanding a little more about the reality, which is that which has the shape and form. It's doubt, not I or anyone. Little by little, have confidence of that which is now appearing, whether it's known or not yet, but understand the truth of it. The first round of Ariya Satya, it's there, it's conditioned, it has reason, it appears to be truthful to how much understanding of that which is there. Without conditions, there can never be the moment of even attending to the characteristic which is there, which experiences an object. See, just the moment of developing understanding of the truth, little by little. No one.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. As you said, it's down, it eradicated until the first or part like South Taban. How about the level of doubt? Even if we understand of parayati, more understand. For example, we understand all parayati is still doubt or it a little bit of doubt.
Should just one level of doubt be known, or any level? Just that which appears. It has its characteristic as only that which appears.
And Kim Hong, one point is we think about when there is pariyati, but pariyati is understanding. It's for a moment. So we hear about sound that is heard, and it seems that there is good understanding, but actually it's pariyati understanding. Okay, no question, just sound that is heard. But a few minutes later, maybe questioning, really, what is it that's heard? So 1 minute understanding, 1 moment doubt with ignorance, 1 moment attachment. So it's not there is pariyati or there is not pariyati all the time. It's just for moments, and it has to develop more and more understanding until it's firmer and firmer and firm enough to condition direct understanding of realities. And even then, even when there are moments of satipatthana, directly understanding doubt or seeing or sound, it's still not the understanding of vipassana jnana, the very clear understanding, still not moments of enlightenment. So still there is some traces of doubt until it's completely eradicated. So we were talking last time about asavas. So the asavas are the very, the anusias first. The anusias are the tendencies, the latent tendencies, including doubt, vicikiccha, and it's only eradicated at the sotapanna. But even when it's not arising at moments of pariyati, that tendency hasn't been eradicated, and it can condition the doubt to arise anytime unexpectedly. So moments of pariyatti doesn't mean no doubt, because it's just for a moment the understanding, and for sure it will be followed by doubt, attachment, ignorance, as usual, until the accumulation of understanding develops and gets stronger and stronger, firmer and firmer, so less and less doubt arising. And it's daily life, it's now.
Yep. Thanks, Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah. Yeah, you go first, Mom. You can go first.
So doubt is completely eradicate when Sauttappanna book arise, right?
That's when the even the anusia, the latent tendency, is completely eradicated. But before that, where as understanding develops, when it gets firmer and firmer, not just the first round, the pariyatti understanding, but it has to be the second round, the direct understanding of realities, stronger and stronger, until it is the third round, katanyana, the understanding of what has been realized. Only then can the doubt be completely eradicated. So instead of thinking about eradicating doubt, it has to be understood and known when it appears, little by little, intellectually, like now, and then a little more, a little more, a little more, until the characteristic is known when it appears. And
Yes,
the main,
just thinking that when we close to Sauttappanna, Chitta is arise. Before it's with closely, I think that maybe the doubt is related just a little bit. Just I'm thinking only.
just ready for a moments of enlightenment. So very small traces, even when it's the Pasnanyana second stage, less and less doubt, because the realities are so clearly understood. But there is that remnant until it's eradicated. But more important to understand the characteristic, the realities now appearing. And the very main thing, as Ajahn stressed, is just a Dhamma, just like seeing or hearing or sound. It's just a Dhamma, not your doubt, my doubt, or the Sotapanna's lack of doubt. In truth, no Sotapanna. We're just talking about different chittas, chaitasikas, and rupas arising by conditions. No one to have an understanding, no one to have doubt, no one to have pariyatti, just moments of understanding that are conditioned and then gone, nothing lasting at all.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Made me clear.
No
Thanks.
doubt at this moment.
At the moment, no, but
For a moment.
Later on,
Who knows?
come again.
No expectations. Who knows when doubt will arise next? Yeah. Even very subtle or slight doubts anytime.
Just expectation, right?
It's expectation when there's clinging and thinking that, oh, there will be no doubt later, or there will be the arising of Sotapatimagga, or there'll be no ignorance here and there. It's just clinging to the story, thinking about what will happen when understanding grows. And usually it's thinking about my understanding and my doubt, not understanding the Dhamma appearing here and now. It's a good topic, Kim Hong. Liang's got her hand up. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Liang.
thank you. Swadika, Jan. Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you. Sarah, when you asked Bong Kim Hong that there is no doubt now, 100% doubt there. Yeah, because from what I understand, when Satipatthana, the moment of Satipatthana arise, I think at that time that doubt can be can what we said Pali said that tating cap pahana at the moment of Satipatthans only from the level of Satipatthans only, but below that doubt at stay behind the citta every moment. That's what I understand is correct or no? Because from what I learned from the book is.
But we're talking about now. So when I said to Kim Hong, is there doubt now? She said, no, not this moment. It's like at a moment of hearing now, if one says, is there
no,
clinging now? Just because it's just for a moment. So the moment of understanding, even a little understanding now, no doubt at that moment. But as she said, afterwards can be doubt instantly. No one knows. So doubt hasn't been eradicated, but it's not arising at every moment. At a moment of kindness or generosity, no doubt. At a moment of annoyance or anger, no doubt. At a moment of wrong view, taking what is seen for something, no doubt. Because as she said, it just arises with some moha mula citas, just at moments with ignorance, not at moments with attachment, not with moments of aversion, not with moments of seeing or hearing. So it's not all the time, just when it's conditioned to arise. I think this was what she understood.
Then we talk about Sampayutta Pachaya and Sahachita Pachaya. But for the Anusaya, it can go with every moment of Chitta, except the level, the moment of Satipatthana and Vipassana. Yeah, and can you
explain? Second, the anusia. So for others, the anusias I mentioned before are the latent tendencies of attachment, aversion, wrong view, doubt, conceit, ignorance that haven't been eradicated. Actually, they are carried with each citta, but they don't arise. They're dormant, ready to condition the arising. So even at a moment of satipatthana, you mentioned at satipatthana, no anusia, but even at the moment of satipatthana, direct understanding of reality, still there is the anusia of doubt. Carried with each citta, even at a moment of vipassana, even at a moment of vipassana, very clear understanding, still all the anusias are there until it is the Sotapatti Magga. Yes, still carried with each citta until completely eradicated, but not arising when it is anusia, but it's still there, ready to condition the arising of doubt or any of these other tendencies when there are conditions, carried from each citta until completely eradicated. We may wonder when everything is quiet and calm and beautiful, why suddenly the anger arises. It's because the tendency, the anusia, hasn't been eradicated. So even when happy and everything is pleasant, the anusia is there, ready to condition anger. And it's the same with doubt. Even when there's firm understanding, direct understanding of reality, the anusia of doubt is still there, latent, ready to condition doubt. So there may be a moment of satipatthana, understanding what is seen firmly as visible object, but next moment, doubt. Oh, was it really understanding? Was it really visible object? What is visible object? So doubt can follow because the tendency hasn't been eradicated. And that was why I said to Kim Hong, it's not pariyati all the time or doubt all the time. Whatever is there arises for a moment unexpectedly. So even when the satipatthana doubt can follow.
And so we could say if there's not some kind of thinking about reality, then there's not going to be any doubt arising. if one's living a life of just enjoyment of sense pleasures, there's no doubt involved there because there's no attention being paid to the question of what is real. So doubt arises in relation to what is the truth, what is real, the present moment.
John, I think I don't know why your voice is lower than before. Sorry to let you know.
Let me try
Like
again. Is
before.
that
Yeah,
better?
yeah.
Is that better? Okay.
Thank you.
So I said that if there's no thinking about reality, thinking about the nature of things, then doubt is not going to arise. If one is just involved in enjoying sense pleasures, attachment to this and that, watching a movie, for example, doubt will not be arising because no attention presumably being paid to what is the true nature of anything at that moment. One's just enjoying something. No question of doubt at those moments.
Yes. From what I heard is related to the true nature or the khandha. Yeah, and
similarly, the person who has a strong belief in some other religion, for example, and thinks that they know how things are, that that prayer will lead me to salvation. That person may not have doubt either, because there's no turning of the mind towards the question of what is actual in terms of the present moment.
Yeah. Sorry, John. When the Buddha talk about doubt in Sutta, I think he said something related to Paññate, yeah? Because in Abhidhamma sounds like everything related to Khandha, Thiet, and Ayatana. Yeah, in the past, in the future, and in the present. But in the Sutta, sounds like he also said something related to Paññates.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with what you're referring to, so I can't comment.
Really? Yeah, because in the main books of like 110 books, the first part is Vinaya. The second part from the 14 book to 7, I believe 77 is Sutta, and from 78 to 110, the main book, like a record of the disciple of the Buddha. Because I never read in English, sorry. I only read in my language. Yeah, but I believe that because they translate from Pali language, it should be the same, like we have like in
I'm not
the
sure when you
Christian,
say
they have
them.
Bible. Yeah, in the Buddhism, we have 110 main book that after the Buddha passed away, the disciple of the Buddha come together, the one that very clear, not only Arahant, that the only one that very good at Shunjana, that
Yes.
come together and record all what the Buddha
Yes.
said. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Which particular
The
part of
middle
the
one.
teachings?
Yeah, the
Vinaya.
not Vinaya, the second part,
Not talking.
the Sutta.
The Sutta.
Yeah.
Sorry, perhaps we'll have to come back to this later when you can provide a specific reference.
Okay.
I'm not catching your meaning. Sorry about
Because
that.
even when we read about in the suttas or the Vinaya about different stories about people and situations, Actually, it's all referring to realities. Because in truth, there are only realities, only cheetahs, seekers, and rupas. So we talk about Ananda and Sariputta and different places in India and different places, just like different places here, Cambodia and Bangkok and so on. But in truth, just different dhammas. So it's always the doubt about what is true, what is right, what is to be known about anything at all. Okay, let's just pass. I'll just pass this back to Ajahn. I'm sure she would like to add more.
Are we talking about doubt or other subjects?
Yeah, Ajahn. Sorry, Sawadika. Yeah,
It's
we now talking about doubt.
yeah, it's a reality, is it?
Yeah, it's a reality.
So if we don't talk about it, can we learn about it? Not at all.
No,
Is there any doubt about seeing right now?
completely.
See, that's it. That's it. There are so many realities in life, different ones all the time, never be the same at all. Whatever arises falls away instantly, never to arise again, even seeing right now. So, no matter what we are talking about right now, we heard about the truth of it, but what about the nature of each one that we have learned? It's that which experiences an object, hearing about it, and they're seeing right now. But as long as it's not directly experienced with clear understanding of the nature of it, there must be still doubt. No matter what we are talking about, doubt about seeing, and also doubt about that which is seen. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
How can it be no one, nothing, only that which is there, so very shortly, arising and falling away, so very rapidly? The arising and falling away hasn't been known at all, but it's the reality of what is there right now, nothing permanent. It seems like we see all day, but in truth, not at all. Imagine the word of truth. It does not appear as it's now appearing at all. That's why there must be doubt about whatever we are talking about. No matter hearing, see, it's not the word, it's just the sound, and it's gone, and it cannot arise again. Only once in samsara. So now we learn to understand the truth in order to have less doubt about the truth from considering, but it's still there as long as it's a clear understanding directly, ultimately, right now, just one at a time. We just talk about different realities, different namas, different types of citta, different characteristics of citasikas. All are there in life, from moment to moment, unknown. So there must be still doubt about how seeing now arises and falls away by way of nimitta, see. Learn to understand, like while we are sleeping, dreaming, and at the moment, each moment of hearing the truth, just try to wake up. Someone try to wake up, the word tries to wake up. But it depends on conditions. So now, doubt about whatever is there. If we don't talk about it, it seems there's no doubt. But in truth, as long as the truth hasn't been known directly yet, there must be doubt. How come? to be only the seeing and that which is seen in a moment. And that moment is nimitta of one characteristic of reality. So have confidence of the truth to let go ignorance and attachment, trying to realize it without the conditions to understand the truth right now, little by little. See, that's why we have to learn about the truth to understand the truth that is so very subtle. And this is the only way, realizing the subtlety of all kinds of whatever is now appearing, is the only way to let go attachment to what is there as always something atta, little by little, right now. Who knows? Doubt is gradually less, so very, very little, just at moment of hearing, considering, but it's still there, in darkness again, when it's not directly experienced as it's just a reality. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true,
And
Ajahn.
this is the parami, see, such a parami. Never.
But Ajahn, I have something that I don't understand. Yeah, talking about the Pathojana, that study a lot, know a lot about the Chitta, and Rupa. Yeah, and but not Satapana. Now we stay there. But when that person becomes Satapana, even the person that never learn but Upanishad Pachaya and become Satapana, they not good at the Chitta, but as long as Sata Panna Chitta arise, no doubt at all. That's why I believe that there is some level of relation to the Tithi. Because when Tithi eradicated, no doubt at all too.
When it will be eradicated?
Satapana.
When the wrong understanding be eradicated ultimately?
Wrong understanding. If completely is arahat,
No, just wrong understanding.
Oh, sorry. Tithi is Sauta, level of Sauta.
So is there deity now? Is it less or more?
From last class, we can see more Tithi than before.
Just touch the knife handle. No understanding how much it's wearing away. So very little by little, unknown until it's known. So very gradually, little by little. So now, all depends on understanding the truth. And understanding is not you or I or anyone. It's just a reality arises and begin to understand the truth of what is there. At moment of hearing, this is the beginning. Without the word of truth from the enlightened one, no word about this moment. That it's just there and then gone by conditions. And what appears does not appear as it is, as nimitta of so many objects, the eyeglass and so on. And what is the nature of that in truth, the ultimate truth at moment of seeing? And after seeing, thinking, remembering, taking that for something as permanent. And I is there, see? But the truth, whatever is real, is a Dhamma in Pali. All Dhammas are anatta, It cannot be anything because it's so short. It's conditioned just to arise. So as soon as it has risen, it's gone. No condition for it to stay on at all. Is this true? Beginning to have such a parami, firmer and firmer, to conditioned moment of beginning to understand what is the hurt is that very moment. Attachment, aversion, feeling, remembering, they are all there each moment unknown. And how can it jump to realize the truth without no understanding of any moment in daily life, common life, natural life, or Dhammas? So learning about Dhamma is not just a word. It's at moment of touching, see, Dhamma. At moment of hearing, see, it's Dhamma. At moment of thinking, it's Dhamma. At moment of doubt, it's Dhamma. All are Dhammas. But just hearing about the truth, considering about the truth, beginning to understand, but it's not clear at all because it's not the attending to the nature of any reality yet. Just all that is seeing. Now it sees it a reality which experiences an object, and the object which is seen is only that which cannot be taken for anything. This is the beginning to let go. Wrong understanding, diddhasava, avijjasava, bhavasava, unknown. See, that's why understanding any truth about the reality which is now appearing is the beginning, not to just read the book or not just talk about the word, but the reality which is there right now is what we are talking about. In order not to forget in a day, see, from morning up to now, is there any moment of thinking about it? It's there. Attachment to what is seen, to the taste, to the touch, to whatever is there, unknowingly. On and on and on and on and on, comparing to the moment of hearing and considering about the nature of what is there. And this is such a parami to condition Virya parami and Khanti parami. And this is the letting go, little by little, wrong understanding about what is there as permanent thing or something there. So it takes a long, long time with patience and confidence of the truth about anatta. No hurry. To where? To what? To misunderstanding and ignorance and attachment. Because no understanding of what is there right now. And it can be the understanding of what is there right now after hearing a lot again and again and again. And be truthful to the truth. How much understanding of seeing or not yet. Even hearing again and again in life until death. All depends on conditions. But understanding is enrooted little by little to develop by hearing again, considering again, until it's ready to be moment of understanding what is there right now with direct awareness and understanding of that which we have heard a lot about the nature of what is there in a moment. See, is this true?
Yeah,
And
true.
Leanne,
Thank you.
Ajahn is talking about seeing and hearing. which are, of course, jittas appearing at the present moment. And I think earlier I heard you say, if I'm not mistaken, you were talking about the Sotapanna who was not good at jitta and jettasika.
It doesn't mean not good at that, but like for example, like, oh, we joining the class, so we learning about chitta. We know that how many type of chitta, how many kind of chitta sika there are, how many chitta sika, what their name, but some people, yeah, that they just listen to the Buddha like Pihaya, for example. Yeah,
Yes,
like
the kind of things you were talking about, how many of this and how many of that, that is sort of book knowledge, isn't it?
yeah,
That's not direct understanding. For the Sotapanna has developed direct understanding of realities that are appearing at the present moment. So there can't be a Sotapanna who is not good at jitta and jettasika. There can
not
be
good
a
at the name,
Sotapanna.
sometimes.
There can,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
there could be a
John,
Sotapanna who is not good at book
I
knowledge.
believe that's what she was saying. I believe that's what she was talking about. She was talking about some people can be just good at learning things off, and by not necessarily knowing at the reality that appears, for example. I think that's what Leanne was saying. Is that correct, Leanne?
Yeah. That's why I think it somehow related to Tithi, that even Sota, when the Tithi were eradicated, even they didn't know about the name of Chitta, Sika, and Rupa, but no more doubt. But
So the whole point that Ajahn was stressing and we're stressing is that the understanding is not in the book. It's not about the names when there's understanding of sound. No word that is used when there's understanding of seeing. It doesn't have to be called chitta or even seeing. It's understanding of the reality. So when Bahia understood the Buddha, it was because the understanding had been developed and accumulated over lifetimes, aeons and aeons. So it was ready at that moment to understand the truth about what is seen now. No word, no name, what is heard now, just what is heard at this moment. So this is the whole point that Ajahn was saying, that we try to understand the terms, the details, and forget about understanding what appears right now. So it's not a matter of how many terms we know or how many cheetahs, but what is true at this moment. The doubt has to be understood here and now when it appears.
Yes, relating this back to the discussion about doubt. Doubt is not doubt about the book knowledge. Doubt is doubt about the reality as it is.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, John, I'm not sure that you heard like me. But sometimes Sarah voice is double. Sometimes, have you heard the same as me? When she talk, sorry.
Possibly, if I haven't quite turned off my microphone, then you might hear Sarah's voice as double.
Oh, okay,
sometimes,
thank you.
Because we are sitting next to each other, but we each have a separate microphone and headset. So we have to remember to turn off our microphone so when the other person speaks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I'd like to ask Sylvia, there have been a lot of Pali terms and a lot of details. Anything you would like to ask about? Anything you'd like to bring up?
No, I quickly was looking up the words as they came up. So, but yes, so ditthi, in my understanding, is theory or opinion. Is that right?
Ditthi is wrong view. So
Wrong view.
sama ditthi. Ditthi actually means understanding. So sama means right. So sama ditthi is right understanding.
Okay.
And miccha is wrong. Miccha ditthi is wrong understanding. And if ditthi is used on its own, then it's referring to miccha ditthi, wrong view. So when it's assumed that what is seen is a view, a person, it is ditthi at that moment. And another word that Ajahn was referring to, so we talked earlier about the anusayas, the tendencies, the latent tendencies that are carried from moment to moment, but
Yeah.
are not arising. And when they condition the arising of subtle attachment or subtle wrong view or subtle ignorance, she was using the word asava. I'll put it in the notes when I finish speaking.
Right.
So there is the subtle asava clinging to sense objects, the clinging to just being, existing, the clinging with ditthi, wrong view. Whenever there's wrong view, there is attachment. So it's the subtle clinging, but at those with wrong view, no doubt at that moment, but it can be very subtle, like even after seeing so quickly, and even in the sense door process, there can be the ditthi arising, taking it for something that is seen, even though it's only visible object, no words, but the impression, the idea of something that's seen. This is ditthi already. And then the other asava is avijja, very subtle ignorance about what is true. So now, if there's no understanding, no kindness, no generosity, no attachment, no aversion, what about the ignorance? So it can be very subtle all day long, just not understanding.
Yeah.
So this was another term. I try to put a few words in the notes, but it's difficult to keep up when there are a
Yes.
lot. So
Yes.
anyway, ditthi, even now when we're listening to the truth, as we were just discussing with Liang, these are not just words in the book, but there can be understanding even now about what is seen, what is heard, taking it for a table, for Jonathan, for the computer, something there. So as soon as there's an idea of something there, not just using the words conventionally, but the impression that really there is something there, even when no words are expressed, it is ditthi arising, or someone here, I, my arm, my face on the screen, ditthi. So it's very, that can be very, very subtle and very common.
Thank you, Sarah.
And it has to be a wrong understanding rather than making use of concepts. So it has to be when we are having a conversation with someone, whatever the subject matter, we are using conceptual terms. It doesn't mean there is wrong understanding in the terms of the concepts being used at that time. If we're talking about realities, we talk about realities so that we have a better understanding of the underlying reality of the conceptual world in which we live. But most of the time there isn't understanding. That doesn't mean there's wrong understanding at those times. There may be neither right understanding nor wrong understanding.
Sorry, John. Just would to raise and a bit silly question because I always just want to know because when Ajahn said that if we don't understand the nature of hearing and sound, then the doubt is there. I just want to know the process is that when we don't understand the hearing and sound, the thinking after that can be the thinking of doubt, like not the thinking of doubt, the chitta with doubt, the chitta that with vicikiccha happen quickly or only anusaya.
So if there's thinking about the hearing, there may be doubt. If there's no thinking about the hearing, but just, I mean, most of the day there's hearing without thinking about what it is. So as I understand it, there's not necessarily wrong understanding in those times.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So when we refer to my hand, for example, that can be a reference. That thought can reflect a wrong understanding, or it can reflect no understanding. It's just a label to convey a meaning for the purpose of the conversation.
Yeah. Thank you. If after hearing, after sound, and we thinking that, oh, it's really a sound, really just a raw sound, that is doubt.
Yes,
the moment of
exactly.
doubt.
Yes,
but sometimes not doubt, not the moment with doubt, like lopia arise, the music, something.
Right. Yes.
Thank you. And at that moment is anusaya, even no doubt, saha chitta pachaya with the chitta that come after, but it's still anusaya.
When you say at that moment it's anusaya, well, anusaya doesn't appear. So
even lopa,
at that moment
not coming
it's
with lopa, but anusaya behind lopa.
We understand that the anusayas are present at every moment, but that's all can be said. We can't make that assertion as something that is directly known.
That's why Dhamma is very subtle. Because if no lopa, no chitta with doubt, is anusaya. Thank you, John.
And a couple I pressed the wrong button. A couple of times you've mentioned the sahajata. This is the co-nascence condition. So when lobha arises, we can't talk about the doubt as sahajata, but the anusaya as sahajata, because the co-nascence condition, the sahajata pachya, refers at that moment to the chitta and cetasikas arising together and conditioning each other. So at this moment of when there's attachment, when we're enjoying things, the chitta is there, the attachment is there, the other akusala cetasikas are there. They all condition each other by sahajata pachya. But the anusaya, the latent tendency, the doubt, it's not arising. It's just like a microbe that's carried from moment to moment. So we don't talk about it at that moment as being part of sahajata pachya. So even now, is the doubt about whether there's any doubt now? For a moment, maybe. Is there doubt at this moment? Doubt can be known even here and now. Or do the different dhammas condition each other now? So doubt is very common. So it has to be known when it appears.
But we rarely know.
And it's actually never I or you or anyone who knows. It just depends whether understanding arises. And it's unimportant because each moment the lobha is gone, the doubt is gone, the understanding is gone. If we are keen to understand it and to know whether it's there, it is attachment, clinging to experiencing the doubt, to knowing whether it's there, instead of just letting understanding work its way. understanding whatever appears, no matter it's seeing or confusion or happiness or sadness, unexpectedly. Otherwise, trying to catch, trying to find out if it's there, clinging at those moments again and again. So this is daily life. This is now.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Let's just see if anyone else has any topic or any question or anything they would like to bring up. Jan, would you like to add more to any of these last comments of that Liang and Sylvia were mentioning?
If we don't talk about what is there from moment to moment, how can there be any understanding of any truth at all? That's why when we talk about anything, we learn to understand what moment is there. Each moment arises and falls away so very quickly, very, very rapidly. Nothing can be known clearly, but we learn to understand it stage by stage about each moment. For example, what about whether now there is doubt or not? When it does not appear, so we learn about what citta arises with doubt. In order to learn to understand the nature of reality as not anyone or anything at all, learn to let go the moment when it's there, that it is just a reality, it's conditioned. But even what are there cannot be known. Only one reality which appear can be known. That's why no expectation to have any one to be known, depending on just what is there appearing only can be known. For example, there is citta and many cetasikas arising together. What can be known? Who can expect which one? Because that moment hasn't arisen yet. That's why we learn to understand what is there in a moment and learn more about what appears in this world or any world, whatever arises, appears by way of nimitta, see, thinking about even one characteristic of a reality is there. But it is the nimitta of many moments of that which arises and falls away. And there are many realities, many moments in between. They cannot be known. Only that which appears can be known, little by little, from hearing about it, beginning to understand each different reality. So whatever is there, we have learned about it. For example, sati, see, we learn about its a reality which arises, so it conditions moment of kusala, wholesome moments. And in a day, is there any wholesome moment? It is for sure, but no one knows at all that sati is there. Otherwise, there cannot be such wholesome moment. So learn to understand about the truth of reality, to understand what is there right now, from moment to moment. Even thinking about it, for example, there must be a moment of irritation. It's there, different from moment of seeing. So when knowing a little more about different realities in a day, it's time to condition moment of even just thinking about it. So it's just like the test, how much accumulation of understanding about what is there in life. When it's there, it's not known. That what we have learned, it's not anyone, it's not anything, it's just a reality. So all depends on conditions, to be time to condition thinking about it more than just before. Because in a day, usually, there is thinking just about what is seen and heard and so on, about that which is experienced as something, something, something all day, the word of atta, but in truth all gone. It is conditioned to arise as soon as it has arisen, it's gone. Why do we talk about it again and again and again? In order not to forget until it's not forgotten. When there is moment of thinking about it, a little more, until it is directly aware of a reality by conditions, with understanding that that's what we have heard as just a moment of what is there conditioned to arise, to be the object of awareness and right understanding. Just very, very normal life, natural life, usual realities in a day, like seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking, all day. All are dhammas. When will it be firmly established and rooted to understand? Right now, hardness is there, appearing, see, and then gone. It does not last at all. So it's a natural development of understanding of the truth, which is so natural as no one at all, no thing at all, not permanent at all conditioned dhammas, sabbe sankhara, anicca, sabbe sankhara, dukkha, sabbe sankhara, dhamma. See, a little more difference from all dhammas are anatta. To understand the difference between all dhammas are anatta and all sankhara dhamma, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Little by little, this is the development of understanding the truth of what is there. Just like the map, what is there? Loba, dosa, rupa, no matter anywhere or any word, seeing is seeing. Just seeing, see. Only the word just seeing. Is it now just seeing? Or I see. Be truthful to the truth. The world of darkness, even if there is not known as it is, until the enlightened one shared his understanding with the others to consider the truth, to learn to understand what is there from moment of birth to death, all are dhammas. What conditioned the moment of birth, what conditioned moment of seeing, what conditioned attachment, whatever is there is conditioned by its proper condition. Just arises, appearing and then gone. Is that true? Satya Dhamma. Satya is truth. Is it true? Dhammas is Dhamma. Each Dhamma is different by conditions. Seeing cannot be hearing. Even it's the reality which arises now, sees now, experience that which is seen now. It's different from moment of hearing. Different world, different experiences, different idea, different happenings. The world of sight, full of color, painting, and so on. The world of sound, music, crying, and so on. Just once in a while, a world, in a life, in lifetime, only once in lifetime. Is that true? Where were Dhammas yesterday? Where were Dhamma just a moment ago? And tomorrow, where's where Dhamma now? All gone. Is that true? Sabbe sankhara anicca. So true. And the truth can be realized, but with right understanding, which begin to understand the truth, which has been covered up eons and eons and eons ago. So it cannot be realized instantly, but understanding just a little from hearing to be the first round of Ariya Satya never change. The truth is the truth. Each moment is different. So it cannot belong to anyone. So there is no one. Each moment is different conditioned realities. Anytime, right now, from moment to moment. So learn a little more about what is there in life to understand life as not me or mine or anyone. Only different conditioned realities, different by conditions, to be different life, different personality, different events, different situations, see, all gone. So it's the moment of misery because understanding that no more is gone. And thinking, just keep on thinking about it when there's no understanding that it's useless, it's gone. What about right now? It can be understood, but no conditions yet enough to understand the truth because it has to be very, very keen, very, very sharp understanding to understand the truth, the reality, experiences the object, otherwise the object cannot appear. So all depends on the reality which arises and experience the object. Is this true? Can it be learned? Can it be known? Can it be directly experienced with only understanding? No doubt about it, or even doubt is real. It's a reality. It can be object of understanding. That's why learn to have more confidence of the truth of what is there, that which experience the object and that which cannot experience the object. That's all. Each moment. Is it better to understand the truth or just
Yeah.
live without any understanding at all, as before? So there are time to understand the truth, like now.
Yeah, yeah, Ajahn. It's very
It's
good to understand.
better than just the word and the meaning, because each word represents a reality right now, so close, each moment.
Of course, it is better to understand the truth, Liang, as you say, but it can't be understood. It's not something that can be understood by trying to understand. As Ajahn always explains, that awareness and understanding also are conditioned realities, like everything else in this life, arising by conditions. But that's why we, those of us who have an interest in understanding what is true and real, benefit from discussing different realities, not so that there can be understanding of them as and when they're being discussed, but because without that discussion, there may not be the conditions for understanding to arise at any time. So it's unknown as to when understanding will arise and what will be its object, but we know that the conditions, one of the conditions for that to happen is to have a better appreciation of the Buddha's teaching.
And
it's the same no matter whether we're reading in the Abhidhamma Pitaka, the Sutta Pitaka, or the Vinaya. It's whatever we're reading is about dhammas. So it's not, there is one set of realities in the Sutta Pitaka with lots of concepts, and one set in Abhidhamma about realities. Like now, we're talking about realities, but we use different words, different conventional terms to communicate. And it was the same with the Buddha. He used different words, language that was appropriate for the audience in order to communicate. But whatever he taught about, it was about the development of understanding of realities, the development of satipatthana, dhammas like avijja or ditthi or vicikiccha in daily life now. And I just want to check if Prakesh is still there, because Prakesh last time asked to talk more about asavas and anusyas. I just wanted to check if you have any more questions on this topic. Are you there, Prakesh?
He is.
Yeah.
sorry to pounce on you. Because I lost your picture. Prakesh, anything else? Anything that's not clear, or anything you wanted to ask further about any of the topics we've discussed so far today?
Yeah. When there is a doubt, asking and trying to understand to get clarified that doubt, will this be on account of again atta? Always there is a clinging to, I have to get clarified this right now. And the tendency is that one or other kind of doubt keep arising one moment after another moment. Rather than that, okay, just be with that. This doubt, there is some reason and it will pass away. Is that way?
Yes, and that is doubt. Is this the way?
Yeah.
Is that the doubt? This is doubt to be understood, and at the moment of wishing to clarify or wishing to understand, when Loba is there, no doubt. So different moments, yes, and it does. It passes away, and it's not a matter again of being in the doubt, because no one here, so no one is in doubt, no one is in clinging, no one clings, no one has doubts. But like you were pointing to, one moment of seeing, one moment of doubt about what is seen, one moment of clinging to understand what is doubt. So different moments, different dhammas, all arising by conditions, all anatta, nothing lasting. Like I said earlier, it's not a matter of having pariyatti understanding all the time or doubt all the time. Whatever arises is for a moment and gone, of no consequence. is gone. The doubt a moment ago is gone. So no need to cling to the story about the doubt a few moments ago, because it's all gone and it didn't belong to me then or now. So let go what's gone. No use in clinging to what may come or to trying to find it or work it out. But what about now? What about understanding what appears now? This is what the Buddha's teaching is about, no matter what text we read, no matter where we read it. It's about just understanding what is here and now, what appears now, because life is just at this moment. So if no doubt is arising now, it can't be known now, but it can be known a little bit when it's there. Like when I just asked, oh, is a doubt now? Yes, for a moment, but it's gone. Just a Dhamma.
And Sarah, that doubt can only be known by panya, by understanding. And yet beginning understanding is so weak, I would think, weak and subtle. So we don't know if there's understanding.
Right.
Really?
And there may be that weak understanding and immediately afterwards doubt. Was that understanding? Was the doubt really understood when I asked Prakash the question, or was it just thinking about the right answer? So doubt even then. Not
Yes,
sure whether it was doubt, not sure whether it was understanding.
exactly.
So but it's a reality and
Yeah.
it's gone. And the understanding develops, it accumulates. So a little bit firmer, a little more of the Satya Parami that Ajahn was talking about several times, the confidence in the truth, the understanding of the truth of what is here and now. But if there's no discussion, no considering, no reflecting on what is here and now, that understanding will never develop. So this is the great value of listening, discussion, reading, considering. The considering is the really important aspect.
Yes, yeah, like I wrote to Prakash today about some of that. So that was a nice little conversation, Prakash. I like that. But that listening and contemplating what is heard and having confidence, I think Sarah just mentioned, having that confidence in what is heard. And that you can't make that confidence happen. It just has to arise, probably because of accumulations in the past that, yes, this sounds right. So it's and patience is the other one. Patience to just listen and contemplate and I was going to say don't cling, but I'm the best at clinging, actually. So clinging to what is heard is another one that is, it just arises and we want to know, but nothing can be made to happen. It's already arising and falling while we're thinking about these stories. Yes. Very subtle, it's a very subtle teaching. And
Yes.
I think it gets more subtle as you understand a little more.
Yes, Ajahn was talking about the Satya Parami, conditioning, Virya, and Kanti Parami. Kanti is patience. And it's true, as you say, without patience, to let understanding just develop naturally, the opposite of trying to experience doubt, trying to catch the ditty, trying to understand what it would be like to have great understanding. That's not patience. Patience is with the here and now, what appears right now, the disturbance now, the clinging now, the seeing now, just as it is, as a Dhamma. So then, as you say, there has to be the confidence develops with the understanding. Without confidence, no development of understanding. And without the development of understanding, confidence doesn't grow. So they develop together. So less concern about when, if, what will happen in the future, how it will be for the Sotapanna, because it's irrelevant to now, understanding just what appears now, no
Yes, but
matter what words are used.
exactly. But even those moments of clinging and wanting more and is this how it is? They can be known too, can't they? They're real. They've arisen. They can be known. Yeah.
All dharmas, all conditioned, and if there's not liking them, even that dosa is a
Yeah.
dharma that can be
Can be
known,
known.
or
Yeah.
wishing it was another way, or clinging to I, as you say, all dharmas. And the main point is that they are all dharmas,
All
none
dharmas,
of them
yeah.
belonging to you or me or anyone.
Mm, mm.
Yes, nice, good little discussions you've been
Yeah.
having with Prakash. And good to see you on GSG, Prakash.
Yes.
Thank
yes.
you, Ajita ji.
Yeah.
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 Good.
Anyway, good comments, because I think that you're beginning to appreciate more about different dhammas arising at different moments by conditions, not a matter of I doing something or focusing on a particular object or trying to understand sensation or this or that, but letting the understanding develop, because no one can do anything in truth. And the more I tries to do something, tries to understand, tries to catch a particular reality, the further away the right path is.
Less we do is better to understand the present reality, isn't it?
The understanding that I cannot do anything in
Yeah.
truth. It seems I can decide whether to go left or right, that I can decide what to focus on, that I can decide to have breath as the object. But in truth, each moment of thinking, each moment of clinging, each moment of Chaitanya is conditioned, not I that can choose or decide or do anything, no I to be found.
Yeah.
And it's a big relief, nothing for I to do because there's no I.
Actually,
So,
big deal for me. There are many discussions in today's also. I was not able to catch up with people and comment. And yeah, it's okay to be like that. No need to catch everything what others saying. I understood or I didn't understand. It doesn't matter much. Whatever I understood, I understood. Whatever I did not understood, I did not understood. And there's a lot of freedom in that.
and if there is the interest, then
Yeah.
one will continue listening. I remember when I first listened, and it's 50 years ago, the tape I listened to, the old cassette, it was partly in Thai and partly in Pali and little bits of English, but enough for the interest and appreciation of what is true to continue listening and listening. So it's always like that. So enough interest, enough for you to come back and hear more and consider. But I encourage you to ask any questions, because when one asks, then the answer is in one's own language that one can follow easily. So if one
Yes.
asks in simple English, then the answer will be in simple English. So anything else you want to bring up or ask about, Prakash? Anything more
Thank
about Anusias
I,
or Asavas or anything?
no, today, thank you.
Yes,
There is no.
good. Okay, thanks very much. And someone else I wanted to just ask, Alan, I don't know if you're there, whether you wanted to bring up anything about those comments you'd heard, and whether you'd like Ajahn to clarify or anything else?
Just one question. When is generosity apparently a perfection? Because everybody has generosity to some extent, but it's not a perfection. So when is generosity a perfection, a parami?
I'll give a very brief answer and then pass it to Ajahn. So it has to be the generosity that's conditioned by right understanding of realities, because the generosity that is all around our friends we see some very generous, but it's not a parami if there's no understanding of dharmas. But let me encourage Ajahn to discuss.
Can I
Oh,
just
Jonathan wants
briefly
to say something.
make a comment at a very general level there? I think the paramis, kusala is parami when it is kusala that is developed by someone who is also developing insight. So that person has some understanding of the nature of the reality rather than just that kusala is good, because it's the understanding of insight that purifies kusala. So at a general level, one can say the person developing insight who has an understanding of the Buddha's teaching and is also developing kusala, then is developing the paramis. And now I'll pass it over to Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn.
Is there generosity now?
No.
Is it akusala now?
There will be, I think, a mixture, mostly akusala, but listening and considering there must be some moments of kusala there to be able to have the patience to listen. So a mixture and not precise as to which one is which.
That's why you have to understand all dhammas, different dhammas. So what we say, generosity, what is it?
Giving away things.
Yes.
Helping people to understand Dhamma would be a form of generosity. Giving your time would be generosity.
Yeah, we learn to understand what is there in life, right? What is there in life?
Yeah.
Otherwise, okay. So, what is there in life today? What is there in life yesterday? And what would be the life tomorrow? By conditions, see, at moment of being generous, giving away things for the other's benefit, is there any understanding of that very moment?
There can be, but mostly perhaps not. But by listening to the Dharma, the teachings, then there can be, I think, the memory, the attending to that characteristic a little bit more in daily life, that one appreciates the value of giving for the elimination of faults, defilements, unwholesomeness, and for the development of understanding. It's valuable moments.
So, when there is the understanding of the nature of reality in life, what condition the moment of giving away things?
More understanding of reality will condition the giving away, the value of giving away, because one understands that attachment to reality
So,
is a hindrance.
so it's time to be true to the truth a little more. Even things cannot be given. What about the idea of self or I?
That's the
And this,
hardest gift to
yes,
give
that's,
away.
yeah, that's why seeing the danger of akusala and the benefit of even kusala, conditioned by understanding the danger of akusala, is different from when there's no understanding of akusala at all.
Yes.
So generosity is the moment when there's no akusala arising. In
Yes.
a day, many moments of akusala, very few moments of kusala. That's why seeing the danger of clinging so much to whatever is there as I or mine or there. It's time to understand that without the kusala moment, it's impossible just to have more and more akusala in order to let go the idea of self. See, so in
Yeah.
a day, usually, is there any moment of giving today, giving away things today?
There will be, yes.
Very few moments, maybe none at all today. Is that right?
Yes.
But there can be other moments of kusala in order that akusala will not arise when kusala is there, like helping the others, even just very natural one, just helping the other to stand up or to move things to give to the other and so on, unknown. But it becomes to be by condition of understanding the danger of ignorance and attachment to all kinds of reality as before, little by little. And that is parami, little by little. And it has to be everyday life too.
Mhm.
Otherwise, how come to be parami?
Yes. Thank you.
All by conditions.
Sorry, Ajahn, to clarify, before when you ask, oh, is there any dana now? And the answer is no. And then from his answer, the explanation about the meaning of dana, it means now dana is right understanding, right, like we call now. It means that also generosity, there are also generosity during this time. Is it?
Generosity with the idea of self, I give, or the generosity with understanding that it's not me.
With understanding.
Yes, so a little more to consider, to be confident of the truth.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
ค่ะ it's time นะคุณสาระ
Yes,
สวัส
yes.
ดีค่ะ
Thank you, Ajahn.